Hey, what is going on YouTube? Welcome to the Duranify channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this stand for your Fimi Palm. You can see it's heavy and it'll sit on just about anything. And it's made out of concrete. And the beautiful thing about it is, it's got a 1/4x20 nut on the bottom. You can mount it on your tripod. How cool is that? Alright, let's jump into the video. But this is the base we're going to be making right here, okay? And it's got a 1/4x20 nut on the bottom. And I'm going to show you how to make that. Alright, so first thing you're going to need is some quick set concrete. This is optional. I'm going to be using color for my concrete. You're going to need some vegetable oil to coat your mold. This is your mold. You're going to coat it. Then you're going to need a 1/4x20 screw and a nut. You're going to need some baling wire and something to cut it with. Wire cutters. You're going to need some pliers. Maybe 2 sets of pliers to be able to wrap the wire around the nut so it looks like that. You need to put some legs on the nut so it doesn't spin inside the concrete. Okay? And you're going to use this rubbery stuff, this is the drawer liner for tool sets. And it's rubbery, and that's what you line the concrete with so it doesn't harm the Fimi Palm when it goes in and out. See that? And it makes it snugly. Puts it on there real nice and tight. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, the first thing you'll need to do is you're going to need to cut yourself some baling wire. Okay? And I'm just going to push this through here so I don't have to undo the... So, cut your baling wire. Put that aside. Cut 2 equal sides here. You're going to need 2 pieces of wire. And we're going to wrap them around this nut. Okay, and I might just, start it and then you guys can see the end product, okay? Because it's gonna take a little wrestling to get this thing down right. Alright guys, so here's the nut. You put it through the bottom of the mold. Make sure you get the screw in the center, screw hole in the center, and then you screw in the nut into the mold. Then we're going to coat it with the oil, the vegetable oil. And I usually just grab a paper towel and rub it around there pretty good. And this allows the concrete to release from the mold easier. And we're going to take the nut and we're going to screw it into the screw there at the bottom. And I'm going to show you here that I had prepared a larger mold also, and that's the one that I'm actually going to use the most. I had another mold there made for the pocket, and I'm going to use that to put the mold on top of it. But you can see the baling wire is wrapped around the screw, and then a piece of tape is covering the nut hole in the middle so the concrete doesn't get in there and bind up the screw that we need to remove later. So we're going to pour the concrete into this mold, and I'm showing you that we're going to take the palm right here and we're going to wrap it, put it in a plastic bag first. And then we're going to use packing tape and secure it all the way around the bottom base of the palm. And the packing tape is, sturdier, hardier, whatever you want to call it, but it's strong enough to be able to take the abrasion from the cement. Okay, so now that I've got it wrapped up, the next step will be to mix the concrete and pour it in there. And then we're going to stand up the palm in the concrete, wait a couple minutes holding it, and then we're going to let it go. So the red pigment is optional. You can get that at any big box, lumber stores. And what you want to do is mix your pigment with water first, and then pour your water into the cement. So here you go. We're going to mix it up really well. And usually this pigment likes to go to the bottom, so keep stirring it right before you pour it. Make it a little indentation in the middle, a little hole. And then you pour your pigment water right in the middle. Stir it up real well. And we want to stir it to the consistency of like thick oatmeal or thick mashed potatoes. And you can see as you're stirring it, try not to inhale those dust clouds that are coming off there. And it's much easier if you have like a clear container, and this was like a specialized water bottle that you buy at the store for like $2 or $3. And I just cut it. And when you have a clear mixing container like this, you can see the spot that you missed at the bottom as you're stirring it up. Okay, so it looks like I'm getting pretty close to the end here. I'm pretty happy. I'm checking the bottom, as you can see, and keep stirring it. All right, so now it's time to pour it in there. Now we pour it in there and get as much in there as possible. The other nice thing about this container is the same size as the mold, so you can put the cement in there about the same level. Now it's important to really shake it up. See the air bubbles coming out of there, and so when you bounce it like that, you shake it up. That gives air bubbles out. And now I'm going to continue to kind of bounce it because it levels the cement or concrete perfectly well. So I'm going to continue to hold this fast-setting. The palm in this fast-setting cement. And you see the air bubbles are popping right through there, and it takes about maybe 2 minutes before the cement really sets. Okay, you can see the air bubbles came through there. And now I'm just going to clean everything up, go away, and then come back and pull it out about an hour later. And I still want the cement to be kind of soft when I pull it out. So it's pliable and sandable. So this has been about 45 minutes. I didn't wait the hour, and you pull the Fimi Palm out of the plastic bag first, and that was the previous mold that I made right there. And I'm moving that aside, and I'm squeezing the bag in, trying not to break the mold. And you can see in the little corner that I'm playing with there, I kind of scarred it as I pulled the plastic baggie out. All right, so what you didn't see is the camera ran out of batteries, and I poured another little bit of concrete on top, and it was a red. I decided to make it even brighter red to give me the contrast of 2 layers. So it took a little bit of wrestling to get this thing out, and I ended up cutting the side of the mold on this particular pour. And then once I got it out, you can see it right here. There's the 2 different pores. And you can sand that later, which I did. And so the next step here is to cut this tool drawer liner into shape, right? And then I cut the bottom piece out, and then I wrapped it around here, around the palm, and double checked that it fit in here perfectly well. And so the next step is to check it. And I wanted to make sure that it fit in there quite well. You can see it fits in there quite well. And I'll show it to you here. There we are. Yeah, you can see the 2 different layers. Pretty nice. What I like is how organic it is. So I'm using the E600 foam glue. You buy it at the artsy-fartsy stores, like, I don't know, the place that has art supplies. And you just ask for it, and they'll find it for you. If not, just get it on Amazon. All right, so I got the bottom in just fine. And now it's time to get the side again. And, you know, I use my forceps to help me not get all gluey in my hands, right? So there it is. I'm just going to go ahead and just mold it in there. And once again, I'm going to use my forceps to grab it, and I'm wiping my hands clean because that stuff is really sticky. Again, you kind of have to work fast because this stuff is kind of fast drying stuff. And try not to get too much of this glue onto the concrete top. All right, while it's still soft, I cut it. And you can see that I got a little sloppy there, but I was able to sand it off later. Really happy how this is turning out. Really super smooth on the bottom and smooth on the side. But I ended up, and I'm showing here the 1/4x20 nut that's on the bottom. And that's what that really nice foamy stuff is in the middle. All right, guys, this is the final product. This is what it looks like. It turned out to be a really cool project for me. What did you guys think? Now, this is the project that you saw me pour today. The only difference is you didn't get a chance to see me pour the second layer here, which was the red layer, because my camera ran out of battery. So this is what the end product looks like. It came out really nice. I really like it. There's about 1/4x20 screw right there. The nice thing about this tool drawer liner is soft and allows you to move it left and right like that. Now, I did pour that small mold that you saw me working on, and here's what it looks like. It came out really kind of cool, kind of organic. I added 3 layers, a red layer, a white layer, and a red layer, and then I dragged the color down while still wet down in there. Again, with a 1/4x20, allows you to mount it on your tripod. All right, guys, as usual, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and help me out with the algorithm. The more thumbs up, the more likes, the more likely to get the video recommended. Appreciate you guys doing that. Thank you for watching this channel as usual. If you like the content, boom, boom, hit that subscribe button, guys. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in future videos. Thumbs up. All right, guys, you see me sitting here at the edge of the Afton Mountain, and right next to me is my palm on that concrete base right there. So that's how I use my product.